All right, so we're going to do another UFO series. I just got done, or almost finished, with the 1955 series. There's one more video I wanted to do on that, but it's just for us. It's a single case because there's a little bit more to that one, so be looking out for that one. More detailed single report there. And I decided to look into 1982 just because that's the year I was born. And I'm also the month. I looked into the month that I was born, November. I just wanted to see what was happening there with UFO reports. And so we will start a series on 1982 now. See how that goes. So that should definitely be pretty interesting. There looks like there's a lot of cases for this month and year. So let's see. Maybe I will start with. There are some Ohio ones, so maybe I'll do those. Since I grew up in Ohio and West Virginia, since I live in West Virginia now, we can do Ohio and West Virginia ones first. How does that sound? All right. This should be good. So let's try. This one's from Carolina, West Virginia. I've never heard of Carolina, West Virginia. Number of observers were 2. Duration 2 minutes. Plenty of time to gauge what you're looking at. Up close account of a disc-like object. That's the synopsis. This report happened on my uncle's farm in 1982 on a clear sunny summer day. My cousin and I were outside the house hanging out talking when this dull carbon-like disc appeared at the tree line in the east, moving extremely slow toward us. Okay. Toward us or towards the west. Let's see, extremely slow. It's a clear sunny summer day, so it looks like they'll probably get a good look at it. It stopped directly above us, level with the 2-story house. Wait. It was that low? Just as a level with a 2-story house. That's not high. This craft was not reflective and was about 30 feet in diameter and roughly 7 feet deep, only in a span of 10 feet in the center of it. 30 feet. This craft did not scare us. Man, that would scare me. Just amazed us. I mean, it would definitely amaze me too, but it would scare me at the same time. That's just how I react to those things. It appeared to be, especially if it's like close up, like that. It appeared to be monitoring us as well. Perhaps a minute had passed and we ran to get my uncle and his camera, but he was napping and refused, stating that it's probably a helicopter hauling steel to a mine. Yeah, a disc-shaped helicopter. This disc-like craft made no sound whatsoever and was seamless with no lights, doors, or exhaust ports. Dude, what in the world? Shortly after we got back outside, it appeared to rotate slowly. Oh, it was still there. Slowly clockwise and crept away over the hill towards the west. I don't know what exactly it was, but the composition of the metal seemed to absorb the sunlight and was too flawless to be manufactured by men. Yeah, this is 1982, keep in mind. Like, what in the world was this thing? It was low. Really low. If it was level with a two-story house. At least that's how I'm understanding it. It was like this, like about the same height as their two-story house. To me, a two-story house is not that high, tall. Um, okay, that's a pretty good one. West Virginia. Hmm. All right, then we'll go to. Man, looks like we got a lot of good ones here. Um, Looking for West Virginia and Ohio reports here. Here's one from Ohio. See if we got a good one here. Yes, we do. Christiansburg, Ohio. Never heard of Christiansburg, Ohio either. Duration only 1 second? Only 1 second? Well, let's see. Large orange disc or ball traveling at a great speed, making no sound and not disturbing surrounding area. Now I've heard a lot about these like fireballs and like light orbs and light discs traveling at great speeds, and I've heard a lot of interesting stories to do with that. On the above approximate date and time, I observed while watching westbound on Main Street a large orange circular shaped object. Now, was it bright? I'm just looking here. Probably was. Maybe like an orange light. But let's see. Traveling westbound at a great speed, making no sound. I also observed that this object seemed to be as large as the... Wait. Wait. I also observed that this object seemed to be as large as the village. And as it passed in what seemed to be less than a second, it did less than a second. Well, how are you... It did not move any trees or leaves, which I thought was abnormal. At this time, I'm just trying to make sense of this here. At this time, I proceeded to my grandparents' house and advised them what I witnessed, and they advised me not to say anything, due to the fact my peers would think I was abnormal. While at my grandparents' in the living room, a news broadcast was aired, and the broadcast stated that an unidentified object matching the description I gave my grandparents was sighted in Texas. Note, a few years before this, while sleeping, I was awakened by two white objects which appeared to have no extremities. One at the foot of my bed and one beside my bed, while with sunken eyes and a round mouth that seemed to be rotating. What? Wait. I tried to move and scream, but was unable. The next thing I remember is waking in the morning. Well, maybe he was dreaming. A few years before this, at a separate location, I was awakened in the night by a tug on my leg and then being pulled to the floor at the same time my brother was pulled to the floor. And at the same time my brother was pulled to the floor. At this same time, my mother in a different room was screaming as my brother, and as my brother and I entered the room and observed the bed shaking and her stating a presence in the room making impressions in the bed. I'm not sure if these incidents are related, but it's something I have lived with my whole life and would like some feedback if possible. What? I would also like to say, as a juvenile, I was inflicted with nosebleeds that stopped after these strange occurrences stopped. Um, okay. Uh, there's a lot to that. um, yeah, this is more than just a UFO sighting. This is like sounds like a freaking like poltergeist or something in there, or a haunting in their house. Um, I don't know if it's like alien related or what. What to make of this? Well, we've read crazy stories like this all before. Um, two white objects which appeared like he said two white objects, but it sounded almost like he's meaning like aliens or something. Because one had sunken eyes and a round mouth that seemed to be rotating. Oh boy. I don't know. And then they were like tugged and they're off their bed or something? Pulled to the floor. I don't know. 1982, Ohio. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, that was. Let's see what we got. Okay, there's another. There's a couple more from Ohio. Is there any more from West Virginia? No. So let's take a look at the other two Ohio ones before we wrap it up. Let's see what this is. Boardman, Ohio. Let's see. Oh, this is a long one. Let's see how many minutes in we are. Okay, I will do that one another time because that's a longer one. Let's take a look at the next one then. Hamilton, Ohio. We'll do that one. It's shorter. Some of the longer ones I might do like a single video on just that report by itself. So let's see what this is. Hamilton, Ohio. The lights streaked across the sky, one right after the other. There were about 15 of them. So that's the synopsis. I was crossing the parking area of the county fair. I heard a sound in the sky like a whoosh. I looked up, and there is a round light streaking across the sky, followed by apparently 14 more, one right after the other, maybe 2 seconds between each. The park was full, so surely someone saw this besides me. I was 16 or 17 at the time, but I am 40 now, and I remember it like it was just yesterday. Okay. Let's try to make some sense of this if we can. Lights streaking across the sky. Round lights. Wonder what color they were. Followed by 14 more. Jesus. One right after the other, too. Maybe 2 seconds between each, huh? Someone's out there and is still around, and was at that park at the time in Hamilton, Ohio, Let me know what you saw. Man, okay. Good one. Brief, but good. And yeah, that longer Ohio one I want to do maybe by itself. Let me take a look at it again. Yeah, we'll do it by itself since we're 15 minutes in on this one. But we can do one more from November of 82. Take a look at this Pennsylvania one. Let's see. Yeah, we could close with this one. Williamsport, Pennsylvania. This one might be pretty good too. A star-like light traveling in a zigzag pattern at the speed of light. Okay, that's the synopsis. The date I am not sure of, but it was the night that a lunar eclipse occurred during the summer of 82. And occurred in the early morning hours of the eclipse. Looking west, slightly west northward, I noticed what seemed like a falling star at first, then continuing to look though, I had seen what looked like a star moving southernly. Very, very fast, like in an instant. It seemed like it was among the stars, like one of the stars with medium to bright in intensity, and looked just like a star, right? White in color. It has stopped. Then continued. It had stopped, then continued to move in a zigzag pattern? Oh, well, that is no star then. Traveling from south to west, when I first noticed it, would go from point to point with a complete stop between points. Oh, gosh. And then traveled in same pattern direction non-stop until out of sight. What? The sky was clear with stars. The speed of this object was incredible. I had a thought that it was masquerading as a star so it would not be noticed. I was wide awake taking photos of the moon. I would have taken a photo if it wasn't over so soon. So about 12 minutes, or no, about 12 seconds was the duration. Nobody else saw it but him. That was Williamsport, Pennsylvania. That was a good one. Wonder what it was. Anyway, that's the video. So that's how we'll start off our 1982 series of UFO sightings. As always, let me know what you think of these reports, and hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting, and I'll be back with more soon.